folks, Parkera here, and welcome to the transfer special for season 2021. The first window has closed shut, and we have made a few transfers this championship pre-season. Let's get stuck into there. As you'll see in the screen now, it's just a bit of a rundown. So major transfers really. Couple players going to Leicester, to Kilmarnock. Biggest spenders was Rafe at 89k, and also the most active. That's interesting. We're fairly active as well. So let's just get stuck into it. Let's go straight into transfers and have a look at the history there. I think we've made a few transfers really considering previous seasons. I think I'm going to go into a little bit more detail here, so bear with me with this. I think it's just because we are getting into the championship. We are expected to struggle, and also pushing on, and if we do push on this season and eventually hopefully premiership, we can just focus on some of the players. Let's just have a quick look here. We've only let one player go, Dylan Brown. Now yeah, he really didn't play for us. He was just one of our kids, Ladbrokes, you'll see, so he's never really played in games for us. Not a big worry. Callum Hendry, Alan Booth, and Gary Fraser. So Gary Fraser been with us a wee while, and Callum Henry came with us last season. I've sent them out on loan, get a bit more game time. Alan Booth has been with us for a few years, coming through as a centre back from the youth team. I've sent him out on loan as well, just to get some more experience, some max experience, and it looks like it is fairly working. I think he's going to be a good one. But we're just going to get in and stuck in to the transfers, shall we, for the season. So we're going to start with the return of Dylan Kogel. So yes, the sun has arrived. The boy is back. Yeah, you'll see here he was with us for those first 3 seasons, and then we lost him to Championship Morton. I did make a hoo-ha about this a while back when it happened for that season, but we brought him back. I brought him back because I think we needed it. He had at least a season up his sleeve with Morton, and I believe it could have been better for us, and it's also working for us. So we have a look at him so far. His headings 13, marking 11, tackling 12, good pace about him as well, positioning 11, decent teamwork, work rate's all right, good determination though, and fairly aggressive with a decent amount of acceleration and natural fitness as well. I'm not too bad. I really didn't look into it too much. It's like, yeah, you're available, you're going to come, bang, get him back. He did so well. He was really starting to develop and do so well for us. Okay, a couple of seasons ago, so we were in a different league. But as you can see, in the championship, he's only made 3 appearances for 6.7. He's only made 3 appearances because unfortunately he is actually out. He's been out for a while, between 11 days and 3 weeks with strained knee ligaments. So that is an unfortunate reason why he hasn't played as many games as he should have. But you'll see he played in all the Bedford Cup games, averaging a 6.9, and one Iron Brew Cup with a 6.3, which isn't the best. But, taking time to bed in and get a partnership also helps as well. And it's a shame that he hasn't been able to get that yet. Potential ability is still 4 stars. The current is a 3. But I still back him. I think he is one. I'm happy that we did. When we splashed a cash, 15k. Ooh, we splashed a cash. We've spent a little bit of money. You'll see we've seen 62k this transfer window. Jay Sanderson. I've done a lot of recruiting and in the defence, right? So Jay Sanderson, he came to us. He is a left back, but he can play. He's a right back. He can play left. He came to us from Airdrie, sorry, wrong club. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with him at the moment. Currently injured though, unfortunately, with about 9 days to 3 weeks with his a twisted ankle, which is a pain. He was really starting to prove his worth, and you'll see there for his championship 4 appearances, 7.05, pretty good, settling in. Good marking, good tackling, teamwork's average, aggression, really good physicals as well. We are working on his defensive, whatever it is in his training. What's it called? Don't even know. Training. There should be a training. Focus the wingback focus. But anyway, we are working on his movement, so his off the ball and things like that should hopefully increase as well. So he's a non-licensed fullback. He can play on the left side, but he hasn't really. He's been our first choice right, and he's, as you can see and as I've shown, really is playing well and doing the job out there as well. So unfortunately, he's injured again. On loan now, we've had some players on loan. We've got Jamie Robson now. So Jamie Robson hasn't played really any game. Well, he hasn't played any competitive games. He is a backup, really, just to give us a little bit of a cushion. A wing back with potential. He is more. He can also play further up the field. Okay, decent physicals. Defensively, he's better suited to going forward with 11 crossing than he is to defend. But tackling 10, marking 9, off the ball 12. Positioning 8. For this level, he's not good enough to be a first teamer. He is really just there to help us out, to give us backup if we do desperately need it. But there is a potential ability. So he is playing. You can see in the reserves, he's playing at 7.9. So, he is only 23, so he may still develop a little bit, but I don't think he's a long-term solution for us. Thus, he's on loan. Elliot Anderson, free transfer, goalkeeper. Yep, 21 years old. I'm pretty happy with him already. He's about equal to where Curry is, just slightly less according to the stars, but he is actually brought him in for the future. He has played, it doesn't show it here, but he has played one cup game. Maybe I'm just wrong. But anyway, yeah. 5 appearances, 6.94. It's hard for a goalkeeper to get any decent rating, so I think that's pretty good for his reserves. And he is due to play soon anyway. But yep, he is number 3, but again, one for the future at 21 years old, if we can still develop them, and especially as his goalkeeping, because good goalkeepers usually develop quite late. We then went to Air United, and we picked up Ross Doctrey on a loan. We have just recently, as probably a week ago, changed this to a full transfer. So he is now officially a Clyde player full time. He's also our captain. So he's a defensive midfielder, but plays quite well and plays in the midfield central there as a Carolero. Pretty happy with him and his stats. He's played 6 appearances, a 7.07 for us, and he's adjusting, getting back into it too, which is very good. His contract's pretty good. I'm happy with his contract till 2023 with a 1-year extension if we need it. Pace is a bit slow, but he's he can pass the ball. He's really good at tackling, really good work rate, decent positioning, leadership, decision making. So a lot of those will also improve, I think, as we go through. And you'll see here, the loan period there. And he spent a lot of time with Air United there and playing. Not 6.75, 6.69, 6.1. So far he's bucking the trend here. Only played 3 matches last season for them. So fingers crossed he will continue to do this. And I don't know why it still says stuck in progress. There's been a lot of shit here, FM. Matthew Shields, free transfer as well. Again, more of initially more as a backup, but he started a few games. Well, a few. I'll say 1 game in the championship for a 6.7, but he played in all 4 Bedford Cup matches, scoring 2 goals for a 7.13, and he got an 8.3 with a goal for 1 Iron Brew Cup match. So the potential's there. Again, he's only 20, so he's got good potential advance forward. If you look at his stats, good dribbling, good finishing, not bad first touch. We can always improve that. Pacey, agility, and acceleration are his strengths, but we are working on him as well as in his advanced forward role, and we are working on his attacking movement and things like that to hopefully increase some of those as well. Pretty happy with Matthew Shields, and came from Rangers where he hasn't played any games, so to pick him up was a bit of a good thing, I think. Then Miles Bremen from Rangers, 10k for this guy. He's more of an attacking wing-back option. He's played 3 matches for 6.74, 6.97 in the Bedford Cup, came on as a sub. But he, I think, if you look at his films, you can see he can play anywhere. And lately he has covered a bit on the right, just as a substitute on the right. He will play some games on the left. When we comes in on the left, when we're kind of dominating a game, if we are, and we ever get in that position where we can kind of just keep our foot in the throat, because he, like I said, he's more attacking minded than a defensive player. His tackling is 6, his marking is 11. So it doesn't really suit that really. So, and we are working on him though to hopefully get his tackling up a bit more. But if you look at him, I mean, his physicals, he's a beast with stamina, pace, natural fitness, acceleration, and agility are really up there. Good off the ball, really good teamwork, and free kick taking is good. In corners and crossing and dribbling, so that does help when he does play. Again, he hasn't played many games, but he has proven when he's come on that he can do the job. So I'm pretty happy with him as well. And another one, we paid 10k from Rangers for him. He hadn't played for, he's never really played for Rangers apart from way back here. So yeah, I think he can come in handy for us. Let me know what you think of these players so far. We then go to Tyreek Wilson, a player that, again, a defender on the left. Yes, a third one. So this guy really is a backup for a defensive fullback on the left. Really, that's the whole point. The guy we just saw is more if we are when we want to push forward. This guy can push forward a bit. He's got good crossing, good pace, really acceleration and agility is fantastic and fairly aggressive. Good positioning and good tackling. So he is kind of our number 2, if you like, in terms of that left role. He's played 3 appearances so far for 6.83, but he's got 2 Bedford Cup appearances for 7.35. Again, it's just all about rotation here and just trying to bring them on and trying to give them enough game time. But he's happy enough as a backup there. And again, scouting in progress. He comes to us from Manchester City. So yeah, I've noticed. I'm going to just take a bit of a detour here. A lot of times, it's quite annoying. This coach summary is still scouting in progress. This guy's been with us for a long time. And also, I've noticed with players in trial for 4 weeks. Even after the end of the 4 weeks, we still wouldn't know all their stats. Now, this guy's, when you got a player who's with us all the time, just doesn't make sense. Let's get back on track. Joe Hardy. So this is one of the players here who we initially brought in on trial. Okay, nothing flash. I've given him a few games. 6.4 from 2 games. No goals. He's looked okay, though. I mean, at the end of the day, his finishing's not the highest, but he's got good pace. He's got some fairly good physicals about him. He's well off the ball, good determination as well. We are working on him as well as a pressing forward, mainly playing as an advanced forward, poacher or pressing forward when he does come on. We're trying to improve his attacking movement and things like that, try and get that first touch up as well. I think he may improve. I think he will be adequate backup, and that's what he really is, backup. Harry Brockbank here as well, freebie, a central defender. You might wonder what the fuck am I doing with some of these. Some of these you got to understand, they're only young. They're 22 years old, so there's hopefully some sort of future here. This guy's 4.5-star ability potential. At the moment, you look at it and there's nothing there. He's made only 5 appearances from the reserves and doing quite well. He's probably due. He's actually going to start a game in a friendly at the moment. We've got a friendly period between games, so he's going to start there. So it'll give me a good idea to how maybe he'll go there. But moving on, we will find out anyway. And he may just be one that we release in a couple of years. But at the end of the day, he's not really costing me a huge amount at £400 per week. Ross Dockery, we've already covered. He did come in on full now. And James Barton's the last one we came in. And another player who was with us on trial. And again, 19-year-olds. This one's definitely one probably for the future and for hopefully development. Really good off the ball, really good finishing, good pace, acceleration, and agility about him. But a lot of work to do. He is working as a poacher. He is at the moment as 19, and we are focusing on a bit of strength and stamina, and he is in the reserves and available for the under-18s. Let me know what you think about some of those players. They're probably not flash in the pan. It's been hard to get the players. I've got a lot of players who I'm scouting on my list, but they're just not interested, and the clubs, to try and pry them away, it's just impossible there. But I'm happy that we got Coggle back. I'm happy with my left backs, or my full backs really, and I'm definitely happy with Ross Dockery and the rest, Shields as well, and the rest will be mainly backups for the future. Let me know down below what you think of that. And it's always good to get your comments and thoughts on those things as well, especially those who may be familiar with some of these players if you follow the Scottish leagues. So that's it. Before we go, I just want to take this opportunity to thank you guys. It's a short episode, well, 15 minutes here on Monday. There will be an episode again on Friday, as I mentioned in the things. Only 2 episodes a week at this stage. Just a bit of extra time up my sleeves to things going on. I will be reevaluating that towards the end of the month. So anyway, there is a Bedford Cup match highlights. If you're interested, let me know and I will load that up sometime. Otherwise, I'll probably just flag it. So yeah, that is it, fellas. If you want to look at the tactics while we're here, we are playing the good old-fashioned tactic. I've mixed a lot of it up today because I'll be playing a friendly against Derry City in 2 days. Alright folks, so I am Parkera. I want to thank you for watching this. Hit me down below. Comment, hit that like button, that's very important. The more likes the video gets, the easier it is to be discovered, I guess, and all the videos, get out there in the YouTube, who's me, what's it magic. But if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you are new. Otherwise, we will see you next time for the match, which will be against Air United. We are playing them because we are hosting them at home, and it will be the return of David Goodwillie. So, I'm Parkera. Hope you had enjoy this.